The only thing I really know about Logan is it's a hamstring. The only thing I know about Brandon is we'll find out more when we get back to Ashburn. Well, that's exactly it. He's got tremendous ability to deliver, and hats off to him. You know, he's a courageous dude who plays all out, and his teammates, you know, they feed off his energy, especially the offensive guys really kind of get him and understand that no play is dead. So you see the way they keep working. Great illustration is J.D. McKissick. You know, Taylor's working. He's off to the far left. He sees J.D. to the right and throws it out there. So that's who he is. I couldn't tell you that. I really couldn't. I do know though that it kind of reminds a little bit of last season. You know that for whatever reason that second half we tend to do things a little bit better, but still a lot of things we got to work on, a lot of things we got to get better at. Well, I think one of the things is, you know, we never really got down, and that gave us the opportunity to continue to compete and give Taylor a fair chance. And that's all he really needs, is just a fair chance.
You talked a lot about managing the game for him. How do you feel he's in that area?
Well, I thought he managed it well, obviously. You know, the big thing is, and we talk about, is make a play when you have to, and he made several. So we appreciate that, that's for sure. You know, Taylor's just one of those dynamic players that knows how to make plays, and you know, as I said, nothing is ever done with him. I mean, he's just going to continue to work. Well, I love the way when he did scramble, he did protect himself. You know, I don't understand why he took the very first hit. I guess he likes that. But it does serve as like a check down for the most part, especially if teams want to play man against us. You know, with Curtis back now and with Terry out there, you know, you got to honor those guys, and I think that also helps, and it's gonna make things a little more difficult on people. Well, I think we weren't consistent with some of the stuff that we need to be better at in terms of coverage. You know, our guys were competing and trying some things, but, you know, we dropped a couple of coverages when we shouldn't have. You know, and again, as I said, we'll go back, we'll look at it, and we'll really evaluate it once we get a chance to see exactly how those things happened. Well, the biggest thing I'm pleased is the fact that we bounced back. We fought to the end. You know, sometimes you use a game like we did in Buffalo, you struggle to find your footing. I think we did find a little bit. I'd love to see us take this momentum we have right now and carry it into next week. We had a very good New Orleans team coming in, coached by, you know, really one of the really good coaches in this league too. So we'll see. I look at it balanced. You know, could we have made a different call? We could have, you know. But when the play's called, you know, we got to do the best we can, and we got to execute it the way we need to execute it. And, you know, as you evaluate it, if you execute it as well as you can and they still beat us, then that's on us. You know, and that's the thing that, you know, we'll do. We'll take it if it's on us. There was a dig that came across the middle, and we were a little shallow. We should have been a little bit deeper, and we just seen Patterson going deep. Well, you know, it's kind of that next man up mentality, and that's kind of what has to happen. You know, Wes Schweitzer's a guy, in all honesty, could be a starter in this league. He's got that kind of ability, in my opinion. You know, with some of the stuff that we've had in terms of the injuries in the secondary, I thought some of those guys stepped up when they got opportunities. You know, linebacker position, Jamin had to play a lot more than we anticipated, and it was good to see him get an opportunity to run around and make some plays. That was huge. Thought Cole Holcomb did some really good things today too. Getting it out the way he did. But it's good to see the next man up mentality kind of step up when you get in that situation. Well, the Terry one was there was a penalty, so him being able to just throw it up there, it helps us. The last one, that's really just him. The one thing we told him is you can't have a negative play on that because we were in field goal range, and for him to see JD on the other side, that was pretty impressive.
What do you think of that? More pleased with the win, or more concerned about something?
I'm more pleased with the win, but at the same time, I told the guys, let's be realistic and be honest about the things that we've got to correct. You're always happy about a win. You really are. You should be. At least I believe you should. But you also have to be realistic. There are some things that we have to correct, some things we'll go back and we'll work on because they need to be worked on, to be very honest. They really do. And we have to be honest with ourselves because if not, we'll run into a wall very quickly. Darren? Well, first it says we got to play better across the board to give ourselves a chance, so we don't have to come down to the last play. But it does speak to the resilience that these guys are getting it. They're learning. They're working hard. They don't quit. They don't give up, and that's important. And I think that's really important that our guys understand that we're never out of a game. And I think offensively, the guys look at it with a guy like Taylor. We aren't. We always have a chance to win.
What do you think of that rough sound?
Well, I can't comment on the refereeing, in terms of that type of stuff. I mean, just because I disagree with it, but I can't say that I didn't think it was a good call.
What stands out to you when you say that you feel like the defense started to find its footing?
Well, there's certain moments that happen, that you have to have something. It does, but again, we still got to be better on third down. I mean, if there is a sore spot right now that really just contributes to it, it truly is what's going on third down. We have to find an answer for that, and sometimes it's really just one guy. Sometimes it's one guy making a play, and we'll see what happens. Okay, thank you guys.